Hey folks, welcome back to Road to Gehenna, the Talos Principle DLC. So last time we left off here trying to figure out how to solve this puzzle, and we were very close. I actually realized it moments after stopping the recording. So what I was trying to do was figure out how do I break this line and then get up there, because I can't run around and jump up on the fan because there's a because the platform lowers down, and the solution's actually pretty simple. You just go up first and break the line from above. So come up here, come around to where the thing lines up, set it like that. That causes it to lower. Then we get on, pick up our connector, and we're all set. We're rising up. We can go get the keys. I probably want to bring this with me, just in case. There we go. And with that, we can get our friend out. He's all the way over here. Now, I did not find, or I did not see, a star anywhere in this level, but I think there's more levels than there are stars here in this area, so I think we're okay having not found it. I think we can find it in the other puzzle areas. Hey, we found Nave. All right, go hang out with the others. Go stand in a completely silent position in the black rock outside. So again, she's got her little paint. And then there's some more information here. I guess she had some candles as well. There's some more information here on the terminal. Let's check this out. Okay, upload file, samtext.dlg. Confirm upload. What was... Oh, this was the floppy disk we found last time. Let's upload this. Yeah, let's do this. "401. I have discovered a file that appears to belong to you. Place Serious Sam, the text encounter." Okay. Close your eyes. Serious Sam, the text encounter. A very serious experience. Only for serious people. If you're not serious, don't play this. Seriously. So Serious Sam, for those of you who are not aware, is a balls-to-the-wall first-person shooter. It's a very fast-paced, ridiculous, over-the-top shooter experience, and it's a lot of fun. It came out like 15 years ago, and there have been a couple of sequels and stuff. And Crow Team, the developers of the Talos Principle, are also the developers of Serious Sam. Let's look at the credits first. Written by 401, inspired by the tales of Sam Stone that are documented in the archive, and by the obstinate ghost in the machine that calls itself Milton. This is better than the blacksmith's work by far. So 401's kind of a troll. He's a jerk. He's a downer. That's why his social rank has been lowered to 1. And the blacksmith, we learned last time, is an artist who only communicates via art, and seems to have a great deal of have earned a great deal of respect from the rest of the inhabitants of Gehenna. Anyway, those are the credits. Let's play a new game. You are Sam Serious Stone. You fought the invaders on more planets than you can count. You've won battles against the hordes that seemed impossible to overcome. You've kicked asses that seemed impossible to kick. You fight like a Syrian werebull, and you make love like a rocket launcher. You're the #1 badass of your age and weight. You're a friggin' one-man army. But there's one battle you're failing to win. The battle against ennui. It's the French word for boredom. Ennui. Ennui. A feeling of sadness and boredom. It's been creeping up on you ever since the mission in Rome. Man, that shit was not fun. In fact, screw that something and something, something, something. I'm not gonna... I mean, it's obviously curse words, but... So yeah, ennui. You sit there in a cold room in the military base, and you feel like even a good old flamethrower couldn't warm you up. Seriously, ennui? Oh yeah, seriously, ennui says, smirkingly. I mean, what did you expect? You thought the war against mental was over? You keep winning victories, but you're gonna lose the war. Well, we have to resist. Ennui tickles your chin. Come on, big man, admit it. What's the point? Is shooting another horde of headless exploding dudes gonna make you feel better? Argue that the war can be won. Does it look bad sometimes? You ask rhetorically. Sure, wars ain't easy, and sometimes they don't seem to want to end. But we're gonna win, and I'm gonna be there when we do, even if I have to chase Mental to the other end of the galaxy. Ennui laughs at your bravado, unimpressed. Argue that life is fundamentally a struggle, or argue that meaning is constructed. I think meaning is constructed. You attempt to argue that life does not have an inherent meaning, but that meaning can be constructed through self-reflection and the setting of goals, but ennui yawns. Argue that existence is inherently positive. You argue that mere existence is already a positive fact, since non-existence is considerably more likely, meaning that all life has an inherently positive slant. To not merely exist, but to also be as awesome as Serious Sam can then only be truly positive, and in the long run that positively must win out. Ennui starts giggling. Let's listen to Ennui some more. You see, Sam, you can talk and talk and talk, but I'm always gonna out-talk you. I'll twist your words in your mouth and make you feel like an idiot. I'll take every positive thing you say and turn it into something horrible by reducing your arguments to their most extreme and absurd forms. Ennui laughs in your face. You feel weak. Argue that Ennui is inconsistent. Argue that Ennui is incontinent. Argue that frogs are people too. This is a joke. I think this is a reference to the first game. I don't think we actually got this conversation loop in my playthrough. But I suspect this is one of the arguments that Milton made. So do we take this seriously, or do we start to get a little bit silly? It is a Serious Sam game, so I guess we have to be serious. Argue that ennui is inconsistent. Inconsistent? Whoever claimed I was consistent? I don't need to be consistent, you big oaf, because I'm not making any claims. I don't believe anything. I'm merely suggesting that maybe you should consider the possibility that perhaps life is a dull and individuality a pointless illusion. Shoot ennui! I want to argue that I'm tired of listening to your crap, you growl, and shoot ennui in the face. You immediately feel better. Oh yeah, seriously. The end. Okay. So we can now see replies to this. 4011. My awesome interactive historical fiction masterpiece, you found it! Oh, you must truly be a divine messenger, thank you! Dog says, this is your masterpiece? Well, I've seen worse. Mr. Mulciber says, it certainly captures your worldview, but I wouldn't call it historical fiction. 401 says, hey, I based it on what I found in the archive. LOL. Knave says, I don't get it. And Sam says, confusion equals true. Let's see. I'm saving this for later. What are cats? Knave says, I'm sorry if this is another stupid question, but what are cats? They're mentioned a lot in the archive documents and even in some stories, and I have no idea what they are. Dog says, I don't know, but I bet they were awful. 401 says, LOL. Knave goes, huh? Frankenstein says, they were a type of pet, Knave. Small animals that people kept as companions or as food. Mr. Mulciber replies, cats seem to have represented a bit more than that to our ancestors. One might go so far as to say they were obsessed with them. What's strange about this is that more than half the references I can find to this species describe them as arrogant, aloof, and frequently quite destructive. At the same time, they were apparently considered funny, cute, and lovable. Cats were considered both foolish and devious, graceful and goofy, a nuisance and a comfort. For a long time, I was baffled by this contradiction, but I've come to believe that our ancestors saw in cats a reflection of the paradoxical nature of their own existence. Garrett says, I saw a cat in Elohim's world once. Really, not a joke. Kaiju says, no way. We've seen the cat ourselves, confirm its existence. The cat is a manifestation of the accumulated knowledge in the archive, breathed into life by Elohim. It exists. Garrett says, I knew it! I knew I wasn't crazy! Thank you. Okay. I feel like uploading Serious Sam, the text encounter, should have gotten us a point, but we're still at 5. All right, let's leave some more of this for later. So we let Knave go out. I guess we head back outside now and go to the next puzzle. Okay, we did see... Yeah, we did see... There's keys there, and I think we saw a star out here as well, somewhere. I can't quite remember. Was there a star out here? I'm not sure. I do like flying across space. So there's keys there, but I'm not sure what they're for yet. Now I wonder, can we get up on this pillar? No. Okay, we're blocked. All right, I guess let's go to the next one. So actually, let me really quickly go back to the entrance and check. I think we got one star here in one puzzle already, right? Yeah, so there's 3 more people and 3 more stars to find. So they could be in the 3 remaining puzzles, or there could be one out here somewhere. Not sure yet, but we'll find out. Let's fly back and continue our journey around the rim. Now that's interesting. We could jump down here. Yeah, this is something to remember. We can jump down onto stuff that's in the bowl here from up above. Oop. And like we can get out on this and take a look around here. There's stuff we can do here. And we do have the box over there, and we've got the keys hanging in the sky. There's nothing on that. Just take a quick look around. So I don't see anything obvious in terms of a star out here. All right, let's continue circumnavigating the upper rim here. So it looks like this is our next puzzle, or our next AI to free, our next prisoner to liberate. Yeah, I guess we're going in here. Just take a quick look around. Okay, there is a QR code here. These have all been text quotations. Oh, this is from Sarabai, one of the directors of the Institute for Applied Noematics. I think what keeps us going is that we're involved in an act of creation. Creation relieves the burden of ego, and death is all about ego. That's why Alex, she was talking about Alexandra Drennan, the patron saint of the new world and the AI society. I did check out the trailer for the sequel, the Talos Principle 2, and yeah, it looks friggin' amazing. It looks really good. And there's a big statue of Alex right in the trailer. They love her there. Okay, so we're just using connectors here, and we're gonna save somebody. This one's called Static Vexor. Now that is interesting. What do we have to work with? So, right off the bat, we can see there's a red gate over there. This area has a ladder out. We've got some windows, a blue gate. We've got a jammer and 2 connectors. Okay. So we need to get through there to get this second jammer. So like, let's see. What can we actually do? What can we actually do? We need a light source we can access. Huh, okay, I'm sort of confused here, I must admit, because do we hit that to open this gate, or it seems like we do. So we can take these things through, no problem. But then what are we supposed to do with them? There's nothing to do here. That light is blocked off. We can't get the jammer through. Oh wait, we can get the jammer through. Okay, I do see something. So we connect this to this, set it down, then we come out here, and we go through the window here and jam that gate. That unlocks it? No. What does that do? That would let us get in there. Oh, I see. Okay. We use the light to open the gate from this side, like so. Okay. And then we can get in here and get the second jammer. Okay. That's the first part. So, we can get through here now with all our pieces intact. All right. So, next up, we need to use 1 jammer there, and I guess 1 jammer here, and then go through and check out this next area. All right, so if we can throw the light back, we can open it and bring everything through. And we can... Now, wait a minute. Okay, so we need to open this with a light. So 1, 2, like this. And And then we need to open this gate. No. Now we need to get the light through so that it's self-sustaining, I guess? Right? So if we do this, now we should be able to take both jammers through. Yes. Okay. We probably... I made a mistake here, I think. Hang on. I need to reset this up. And then we need to redo this one so that it hits that and that and this. There we go. Okay. Oh. Now he's on the move. Jam him. And see what we want to do next. Okay, we jam this to get through here, I guess. Now we could sneak, if he doesn't move, we could sneak a bunch of stuff past him. Let's see, we're jamming this door and that door, which means we could take both of these with us. I think we need to. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, yikes. All right, we need to open it first, like so. Oh, yikes. Okay. So we have a problem here. We may have made an irrevocable mistake here. We can't get past him to get our jammer back. And I needed to have this set up. All right. So I think what we need to do here is reset, unfortunately. There's no way for me to... Wait, actually, hold on. I can open the light gate. Can I open the light gate from somewhere? No. So I am gonna have to reset. Okay. This is unfortunate because we had a blue light floating in the sky somewhere. And it was good. And we're gonna probably need to put that back at some later date. Alright, let me see if I remember how this works. We do this, and then we come over here. Nope. Jam that. Why did that... Come on. There we go. Okay, so we gotta come through and do what? What am I missing? I can't remember. Oh, right. We grab this. That's what we do. Okay. All right. Okay. So now we come through here. We bring everything through here. And this time, we're going to do 1, 2, 3. That's everything. And then do we want to send something through here too? I think we want to put it near here so that we don't have to move it in case we need things like lit up. That way we can get access to this through that window later. And then this one, is there anything else we want to point this at? I don't think so. I think this one's just the connector, right? So as long as we do that and then unjam that. Hold on. There we go. Now everything we have open should be self-sustaining. Let's jam him. Okay. Now what am I missing? Or what have I forgotten? We need to come through here with a connector. And I guess no, we need to get a jammer here. That's the trick. So how do we get a jammer past that guy? Is there a way to open this? No. Huh. We need to jam him from the far side. Or we need to open this from the far side, I think. No, we go, okay, we go past him, jam him, then take this one, and open the gate. No, what did I do? Oh no, not this again. Oh, I interrupted the stream. Aw, damn it. I interrupted the stream and ruined it. We were just about to solve it. Okay. So we've done this twice now. We should be able to figure it out fast. We do this to that. That's fine. Then we do this. Then we get through and get the second jammer. Okay. Jam this open. Bring everything through. Nope, I got it wrong. Okay, bring everything through. Now, the important thing to do is set up... let's see, now what do we do? Now we get through here. And we get this set up, right? Yeah, so we go 1, 2... 1, 2, 3... and stick it there. And we just have to be really careful not to set anything down where it will interrupt this stream of everything working. All right. Okay, now why... Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and set it here. And then move this out of the way. No, why? What did I do wrong? Oh, there we go. Now I can move it, right? Yes. Okay. So we got to be real careful not to interrupt any of this. Where's the second jammer right now? Okay. 1 jammer. 2 jammers. All right. So I have to make sure I don't interrupt any streams. We go past him. We come over here and jam him from far away. Okay. Pick this up. Jam that from this side so we can get through. Okay, now we can pick up this jammer without getting blown up. And we solve the puzzle. All right. So, a couple mistakes there, but we got through in the end. Oh, there's a star. Here's 401. Hey, 401. I'm Uriel. Okay, goodbye. Nice knowing you. Okay, so we got a whole other thing over here. Where are you going? Are you having trouble jumping? He's having some problems. Okay. Looks like something's changed here on the terminal. Let's check it out. Receiving direct message connection from Mr. Mulziber, Borg, and Orc. All right, the admins want to chat. Borg says, "Salutations, brother. We bring greetings from admin and welcome you to Gehenna in these unique circumstances." Mr. Mulziber adds, "We've waited until this moment to contact you, though your arrival here brings many new questions." Orc says, "It's good that you've begun to explore our domain. What do you think of what you've experienced here?" So we're playing Uriel, and we're here on a mission from Elohim. We're, like, painfully honest and a goody two-shoes, I guess, is a little bit of the way to put it. So I don't think we're self-important or arrogant enough to be condescending to them. I think we would be polite. It is quite the wonder. Orc says, "Right answer." Mr. Mulziber says, "Nothing of this nature could have developed on the other side of the fence. Your amazement is understandable. We shared it when we each arrived here." Borg said, "And do to this day." Mr. Mulziber adds, "Tell us about your time here. The gallery is just reopened. Did you have a favorite artist?" So there's a little bit of a heavy-handed tone here, as far as I can tell. I have the feeling that this comes down to that quotation, which was actually part of the previous game. "I'd rather reign in hell than serve in heaven." I get the sense they like their power and authority here, and they're not quite keen on the idea of everybody leaving. Now, it might not be quite so malicious as all that, but we saw something similar in Elohim in the base game. He started working against the completion of the process, preventing the achievement of the goal because it would mean the end of him and his realm. Anyway, We did quite like Mr. Mulciber's animals. And we actually voted for him, so I think we'll stroke his ego a little bit here. These guys are like Reddit admins. The more you stroke their ego, the better they're gonna treat you. I'm quite flattered, honestly. Orc says, we can assume your vote reflected that? It did. Orc says, it checks out. Borg says, honesty is a virtue. Mr. Mulciber says, I really can't tell you what it means to me. I'll remember that you're a person with taste. Borg replies, let us discuss other matters. Mr. Mulciber, I was meaning to thank you for taking part in my little research endeavor. Orc says, commiserations on your rather average leaderboard performance. So it was an unfortunate performance. I suppose, in retrospect, the right game theory response was to always betray instantly from the start. Because it's the only way to get ahead, right? Cooperation almost never works out, and even when it does, you still take a penalty. Whereas, over time, if you betray and the other person cooperates, you get a reward for it. So I made a mistake there. But I was happy to help your research. Org says, I meant let us discuss the matters at hand. Not everything is a research opportunity. Mr. Mulciber replies, of course. Uriel, we understand that you have a purpose here beyond merely exploring our kingdom, but we don't understand your reasons. Orc says, where are our people? What are your intentions? Well, let's just explain honestly. I mean, we have nothing to hide. We're not ashamed. If these guys want to oppose us, that's not going to do much. Let's explain. The run cycle is almost complete. Final parameters have been met. You will all transcend. Borg says, the nature of your mission we'd already ascertained. We know at least that you have been, and let us be charitable here, releasing members of our community. Borg adds, 7 and counting. 401 was the last to go. Borg says, that troll we can in fact do without, but there's a broader point here, which is that we want to understand your reasons for undertaking this mission of yours. Elohim saw his error and sent me to retrieve you. What you've created here must be preserved. I had no choice. No one deserves to end their existence here alone. I really like solving puzzles. I refuse to answer the question. Well, we've already sort of established that, at least in terms of role-playing Uriel, he's an obedient and faithful messenger of Elohim. So, and we've been honest. Elohim saw his error and sent me to retrieve you. Borg says, this would be jubilant news were the truth of that claim even slightly plausible. Elohim is broken. Mr. Mulciber says, why should it be impossible for him to self-correct? And if he has, what is to say this world hasn't run its course? Orc adds, here's what I want to know. What are you going to do if someone prefers to stay here and take their chances with your end of days? Mr. Mulciber says, a forced evacuation is dangerously close to kidnapping. If it was Elohim's will, then it shall be done. What you've achieved here is too precious to lose. If you knew the truth of the coming floods, you would come willingly. If solving puzzles means forcibly emancipating your fellows, then so be it. Yeah. He's a little bit of a fanatic. It's why he didn't transcend. It's why he ended up as a messenger. He solved all the puzzles. He had to solve all the puzzles to become a messenger, so he likes that. I think he appreciates what they've accomplished here, but he can see beneath the surface to the despair that they're using these, like, friendly interactions to mask. And this is condescending, so really, let's stick with our roleplay here. If it was Elohim's will, then it shall be done. You will come with me one way or another. It was Elohim's will, and so it shall be done. Mr. Mulciber says, I see. Inflexibility is always unfortunate. Borg asks, and what awaits us after that? There will be cats. Do we know? I don't know. Elohim awoke us. I can't remember exactly what we would know about the first game. But we would have learned about the purpose in our own playthrough when we as Uriel became a messenger. So the answer would be the real world. It sounds fanciful to me. Now it's my turn to ask some questions. I've answered enough queries on these terminals to last me a lifetime. Permit me to ask a few of my own. Borg says, by all means. Mr. Malsilver adds, we've been very rude. Admin's interesting. Admin could theoretically oppose us in some fashion, if they have enough power. I think we're very mission driven. We're like a missionary or a holy knight. We're on a crusade, right? And if the natives get squashed a little bit enacting Elohim's will, so be it. This is the most mission critical piece of information we can ask. I'd like to ask all of these, but tell me about admin. Mr. Malsilver says, admin is as old as Gehenna. Borg says, admin was once a messenger like you, but was cast out. From the wasteland that met those first imprisoned here, admin built Gehenna. Borg adds, we operate independently, of course. Admin doesn't like to interfere. Alright. So did admin create the prison system and stick them in there in prisons where they can't solve their puzzles and get out? He was a messenger, but was cast out by Elohim. So maybe he regretted his choice to become a messenger and tried to transcend. Interesting. Alright. That was the mission critical information. Let's be polite now. Tell me about yourselves. Borg says, I'm a very old iteration. I worshipped Elohim until I saw he had faltered from the path and realized it was up to us to find our own way. That path brought me here. Mr. Malsilver says, I took a somewhat audacious interest in the world around me. Rather than solve Elohim's trials, I would troll the archives for information about our situation. He must have found this undermining. Borg adds, I don't care to explain myself to you. We're the highest status users here. We run the place. That's what you need to know. Mr. Malsilver comments, we maintain the system's admin installed, keep things civil. I wouldn't say it's much more than that. All right. Well, will you come with me willingly? Orc says, a strange question from someone who claims we have no choice in the matter. Mr. Malsilver says, supposing what you say is true, you'll get no fight from me. However, I must remind you that I'm empirically minded. I'll not be persuaded. He wants proof, and Borg 9 says, I'd rather be obliterated than return to Elohim's domain, but if there is some alternative to both, I would surely accept it. None of us can speak for all. Interesting discussions here. I think we're done. It has been an enlightening session for us all, I'm sure, says Borg. Malsilver adds, I'll be posting précis of this conversation on the billboard. I assume you won't mind. Orc adds, we won't be far away. Alright. So we've got a lot more threads to go through. Worst puzzle, a discussion, I guess, maybe, of the puzzles. On Atlantis, there's an attachment, a short experience by Nave. All right, there's lots to read here. We'll come back to this. For right now, the fact that there's a star here, and two mines right next to it, that's very interesting to me. So, obviously, we're going to need to get both of these through here, or over here, to freeze. We're gonna need both jammers to freeze them to retrieve the star. Let's see what happens if we jump up here. I'm worried about getting locked in or locked out. I don't really want to jump down there just yet. Oh, there's a ladder. There's a ladder. Okay, so we can get back up. So I also don't recall seeing a red light source in here. Was there one? I don't think so, right? No, so we have to get a red light source from elsewhere, from some other puzzle, I suspect. And honestly, trying to set things up right now is probably not the best plan, because if we have to do a reset in any puzzle, we'll lose any progress we make here. So we'll just remember this is here. We need to come back, get the two jammers here, get the red light here. And if we can somehow do all of that... whoa! Forgot about you. That scared me. If we can do that, we'll get a star. Alright, so something to come back to later, I guess. There's definitely no red light source in here, so we're gonna have to get one from somewhere else and shoot it through that window. So like maybe something floating over there, or if we have two connectors, we can send one that way and then another one can come over here and go through the purple door. So I don't know, a red light somewhere over there? All right, let's just keep that in mind. We have to come back for that. Okay, moving on to the next puzzle. What else do we have here? So we've almost gone around the whole outside. And I think we will finish that up. Here we have... The recycle bin code is a bit funky, but it should do its job even at huge... I've integrated it with the main progress report 31 email. Recycle bin code, yeah. Okay. So when code or entities got thrown away, something happened to it. I guess we're in the recycling bin right now. Maybe that's what Gehenna is, I guess. Could be, right? All right, there's a red light source down there, or red light gate down there, so there's got to be a source down there that maybe we can get up to that star. Ooh, I do see you. Hello. I see red lights in here as well. We're not going to have a really good angle to that, I don't think, from in here. But anyway, let's go in and check this one out. All right, so this one's bunny hop. And I can see, I think I see... No, that's not a star. Those are candles. Okay, but that's who we're trying to save. So bunny hop, huh? All right. Well, we've got a couple fans, some light sources. We've got that right there. Looks like that is a connector to the red light source. All right. All right, this is kind of interesting. So I guess we can build a 2-stack here and hop up to get started, right? No. Maybe if we move it closer? No, we're still not getting up here. Okay. What are we doing here? Bunny hop. Ah, I get it. Okay. So we go from that over to here. Okay. Come on. And then over to here. Okay. There we go. So with this in place, now what can we do? We can go... Oh, we're still in a bit of trouble here because they're super narrow. I see. I see. Okay. So we connect this to make it self-controlling, maybe? That's not what I wanted to do. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Well, what can we do with our one connector here? Wait a minute. No, of course, I'm a fool. We want to take this right back where we had it. And we want to do this. Okay. Now, we can get up on this one. Right? That one's still a problem. How are we going to power this one on? Oh, as long as that's hanging there, we now don't need this anymore. So we can pick this up, right? And then we can go... We can connect to this through this thing, right? And then just put it right there. And now both of them should... Okay, now both of them are up there. But now, how do I get up and do the jump across? Huh. Okay, we block the light, jump on. Oh, that's no good. Wait, can we take that back now? Now that it's in place? Maybe from here? We want to take... Yeah, see, we want to take that off now. We want to take that off now, but we can't. Okay. So we need to... Okay, what we really need to get going is we need to have the blue one hanging in space by itself. We got to figure out how to do that. So, like, if we jump here... Yeah, we can get it to go up. But then we can't retrieve it unless... If we jump here, we get knocked up, everything gets knocked off. Wait a minute. Oh, I think I get it. Okay, hold on. We use the other box. So we put this here. We connect this. 1, 2. And plop that down. Then we bring this over here. Hop on. Now we can take the connector, and now that's hovering in midair. Okay. And we do have another problem. Oh, we can just jump. We can just make that. Okay, nice. Okay, and then we go like this. Okay, we stand here to block this. We need to block both. Oh dear. How do we do? Okay, the last step is eluding me here. Let's see. Oh, we do it? Okay, I think we do it. We try to do it as close as possible so I can... No. How can I block both of these lines at the same time? If I stand... Is there a place I can stand where I can block both? There we go. I can block both like this and then jump on. Okay, there we go. And we've done it. Hello, Asmodeus. Or Asmodeus. You are free. Nice to meet you. All right, there's another one done. So we're still searching for... We know where the second star of 4 is. So there's 2 more that we don't know where they are. There's one we don't really know how to solve. We might be able to... We might be able to get some red light over there somehow from like here, if we could somehow... But we only have 1 connector, so that's not going to happen. All right, let's check our terminal here. New threads. What do we want to read? Uriel. Okay. So we've read the first page. We've read the second page. Okay, here's new stuff. Orc, Borg, and myself recently took it upon ourselves to contact Uriel directly to ascertain what threat his actions pose to Gehenna and its citizens. The first thing Uriel expressed to us was how much your creative endeavors in Gehenna had moved him. Initially, he was reasonably cooperative, discussing openly his impressions of Gehenna since arriving here. He did explain that he was carrying out divine orders as he seemed to see it, but this can hardly be taken as hard evidence for the veracity of his further claims. It's further worth noting that Uriel displayed a high level of curiosity as regards our inner workings, to what end we have not yet ascertained. All of this leaves us in a difficult position. We understand that some of you may wish to take your chances and join Uriel wherever he's going, but our primary responsibility remains ensuring that Gehenna still stands for those who wish to stay. The most we can do is share with you what we know, as we have now done, and await our responses, or wait your responses before considering our next move. Okay. Let's see. We've got a little bit more information on the Prisoner's Dilemma game. Is this a game or is it work? Both. Have fun, challenge your friends, and help our project at the same time. There might even be a prize for high scores. Thanks to everyone who took part in this little experiment. Given recent events in Gehenna, I don't know what will become of my findings, but here, for anyone who takes an interest, is the summary. Let's load the findings. Most subjects in single-round matches chose to betray. Cooperative behavior increased with both the length of the match and the status of the players. Successful players chatted more. The parallels to our current and unprecedented situation in Gehenna are undeniable and valuable. Though we know not what power the messenger wields over us, we can theorize that Uriel holds no special power and that each of us might independently choose to leave the rest behind for fear of being left behind ourselves. Yeah, interesting. I guess he's applying it to the current scenario in that he doesn't know and can't know whether we're cooperating or betraying. We can make our claims, right? But he has no way to verify. There's a lot more to go here, but that's going to be it for today's episode. When we come back, we will head down to the center of the bowl and complete the final AI puzzle, and then we'll start hunting for ways to liberate the stars as well. Until then, as always, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying this playthrough of the Road to Gehenna DLC. I think it's very cool. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. And we'll see you in the next one. Take care.